You might have heard before, focus on the solution, not on the problem. And yet, you're still stuck. You might want to watch this video until the end to discover how to finally get out of this vicious cycle. And trust me, I know quite a lot about that. What happens when you focus on the problem? It actually creates some undesirable emotions. And these emotions are creating more thoughts that can make you anxious. And these thoughts will create just more emotions. So that creates a vicious cycle that makes you feel uncomfortable, and I get it. And in these moments, we tend to distract ourselves to feel better. You could watch some Netflix, you could play a video game, you could go shopping, whatever is your thing. But that doesn't make the problem go away. It just keeps the problem in the back of your mind, in your subconscious mind, but it still drains energy. It might affect your sleep, your mood, your relationship, your efficiency. It can make you stress. Therefore, you develop a bad habit of procrastinating on the problem, and it will just keep you stuck. What happened then when you focus on the solution? I'm going to give you two examples. First one, picture yourself skiing down the slope, and there's one big giant tree in the middle of the slope. If you only look at this tree, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to go straight into it, unless at the very last minute you decide to look away, and that's going to help you change direction. But if you still look at this tree, you're gonna get into the tree. And if this is what you want, fine. I mean, I'm not gonna judge you, right? The other example is something that happened to me while filming this video. My native language is French. And so trying to come up with this key example, I didn't know how to say in English this ski slope. For me in French, it would be piste de ski or pente de ski. And so imagine if I just tell myself, I don't know what is a word in English. I don't know how to say this. And I don't think about anything else. I just keep repeating myself, oh, but I don't know the word. I don't know the word. I don't know how to say it. I'm going to stay stuck in there. I'm going to stay stuck, and it could create some anger. But I'm myself creating this anger. So when you focus on the solution, you open new doors in your mind. You open yourself to different possibilities to finally get out of this loop and create some momentum. Now you might be asking, how do I actually focus on the solution? What does that mean? Is there any tool I can implement to do this? And yes, there's many. One first thing you want to do though is acknowledge how you feel in this situation. How does this problem make you feel? And you don't want to run away from this. You want to accept it. That's the very first key point. And it's not to be neglected. Like you can, but if you kind of refuse to feel this, it's like if you were telling yourself, you shouldn't be feeling this. And when you say yourself to yourself, you shouldn't be feeling this, what do you think is happening? You're denying yourself. You're denying that you are a human being. We all feel these emotions, so just welcome them. Then what you can do is take a pen and paper and write down, describe in details what is the situation, what is the problem you're facing. Once you've detailed the situation, you can take a step further and describe what would be the worst case scenario, and it could be one, two, or three. You want to do the same thing with the best case scenario. You can imagine this in your mind. Picture, okay, what is the worst case scenario and what is the best case scenario in here? Looking at the worst ones, ask yourself, can I live with that? Can I accept this? If these happens, can I get out of this or will I die? You will find out most of the time you're not gonna die if these happen. Once these two things are done, you have the detailed version of the situation and the problems, and you have these best and worst case scenarios. You now want to get into solution mode. For that, it's pretty easy. And I'm going to give you an example with what I said earlier. Back to this example of I don't know how to say this in English. So this is really focusing on a problem. And just to make something clear here, you want to know what is a problem. This is why I told you to detail this situation and problem. You don't want to discard it. So with this example of I don't know how to say that word in English. I don't know what is the word in English. The simple thing I can do is ask myself open questions, such as how could I get to know what is a word in English? Now, I know this one is pretty easy. So the answer would be, well, I can look up in a dictionary, or I could call a friend who's really good at French and English and ask it, or I could go on ChatGPT. There's a ton of options, and there's always more than one. You'll be amazed at how powerful open question can be. Ask yourself open questions and write down all the possible solutions that comes to your mind. It could help to have a timer, set a timer of 5 or 10 minutes. Once you have a list of possible solutions, pick the one you want to try and list some really tiny, manageable, simple actions that you can take right now, today. Unless you're in the middle of the night, you couldn't sleep, and you did the exercise that, oh, PJ told me to do that, and then let's do this at 3 a.m. I get it if the solution involves someone else, like don't go there and call them and yo, PJ told me that I had to do this, so here I am. Please. But you really, as soon as you can take this tiny action, please do. That will create some momentum. That will put you into a different state of mind, and you will start cultivating of a new habit of you taking action whenever you face a problem instead of running back to default mode and watch a full Netflix series. I know they're good, but why don't you watch this Netflix series after you kind of took care of the problem? I don't know. That's just something I think could be helpful, right? The faster you take action, the faster you'll get out of this. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope this is helping you. Please let me know in the comments if you have tried with one of your problem and situation and how it went for you. If you want to have more details, more information about this, let me know, and I could make an extended version of this video with more details of why it works and why it's so powerful. Thanks for watching, and please, it would just honor me if you could subscribe to this channel. I know it's a new channel, but I'm really dedicated to make a lot of videos to help you guys get unstuck and live the life you truly want to live. Thank you.